everyone, today I will be showing you how I made this drawing of Tails the Fox. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below and hit the notification bell for more. Today we will be using 2 pencils in case one happens to break. We will also need a pencil sharpener and a nice sized eraser. You will also need a Uniball Vision fine tip pen that is waterproof and fade proof if you're going to be using line art for this project. I personally am going to be using watercolors, so this is very useful if you're going to be using that sort of thing. If you do not want to use that, you can use colored pencils, which is totally fine. Also, a good reminder is if you are using watercolor or any form of paint, don't forget to have a bowl of water and some paper towels. If you're going to use paintbrushes, I recommend getting those. I'm personally going to be using a watercolor paper. It is 140 pounds and 9 inches by 12. It is pretty good to use if you're going to be using watercolor. It doesn't really stain, so I recommend this if that's what you're going to do. If not, normal paper will work just fine. Without further ado, let's get started. We start out by lightly drawing a medium-sized circle in the center of the upper page. This will be used to form the face. I then continue by adding a midline and an underline from left to right underneath the middle of the face and a little bit above that. So this way I get an idea of what direction Tails will be in and where the position of his eyes are going to be. I then start shaping out where his muzzle is. I start sketching out some of the eye, giving it a round almond shape, and I start adding in some of the pupil. I also move over to where the nose is and put the nose where it should be. I move downward and start adding a little smile to start shaping his mouth. I move on to his hair spikes so I get an idea of what direction he's going to be facing more so. I start sketching his left ear, giving it an upward, kind of curved arc shape. I move downward and work on the left side of Tails' face. When I finish doing that, I go back and I give Tails a nice, cute, happy smile. Since the face is almost kinda done, I'm gonna also add his left eye. And make sure you add that in nice and gently. Don't press too hard on the pencil. I'm going a little bit darker so you can see it. I'm then gonna go over and darken some of my lines so it's more pronounced. You personally do not have to necessarily do this. I'm doing this so you can actually see what I'm drawing. I move down towards his neck and work on his fur around his chest. And his body is kind of sort of shaped like a bean. So I want to make sure I give that kind of shape. I continue working down, trying to shape where his leg position is going to be and what type of pose I want him to be in. I start shaping out his back tails. They're behind him. I want to make sure I give them both nice poses that are different and unique, but still work with the character. I continue by shaping out the shape of his tails, and I want to make sure I add his hands and his gloves and make them look as accurate as possible. Since I'm not really liking what I did with Tails' legs, I'm gonna go ahead and try and refix them. Once you finish drawing Tails, we move on to our next phase. Once I finish drawing, I use my line art pen and I trace all around the sketch. And then I grab my eraser and I erase all those pencil marks that I had before. And then we move on to our next part. I then grab my watercolor markers and then I use my colors on a plastic card and I use water in the paintbrush to mix them and to put the ink on the paper. Once you finish coloring in your drawing, we are done. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and hit the notification bell for more. Until next time, bye!